Hi, I'm Adara, author of the YA paranormal romance and sci-fi novel Drawing Red, and this is my November writing roundup. I love November. There's always a buzz in the air in the writing community in November. My goal this month was to turn up and write, having realised last month that I spent far too much time playing around on my streaming and VTubing setup. I made it my mission to get to work every single day straight after breakfast in a bid to form a new writing habit. And that started with putting a kettle in my writing space. A literal kettle. Now, I don't drink tea or coffee, but a warm breakfast of a pasta mugshot in a cup was perfect, giving my blood pressure a much needed wake-up call. Thanks, Pots. It was my time uninterrupted before the rest of the house got up, with a warm mug in hand as the cold days drew in. Cosy. Until it wasn't. More on that later. I originally decided to make a plan to write 500 words every day. Not exactly NaNoWriMo, but I'd be happy with that. Until I was drawn to work on other projects. I found myself juggling 3. Number 1, the Drawing Red audiobook. Number 2, Drawing Red's sequel, which is in revisions. And then Project Angel, a first draft of a paranormal romantic comedy, which has brought me a great deal of joy. I also spent time doing some research, writing craft study, and revisions on the first draft's opening. I know, you're not meant to do that now, but it kinda really needed it to set the precedence for how the rest was gonna go. So, I abandoned my 500 words a day goal to keep up with my bigger goal of producing 1 chapter of the audiobook a week, which also went on hold due to my health. Despite many tech gremlins, I did commit to holding writing streams every week on a Monday at 1 o'clock UK time, turning up to host sprints on YouTube. They were incredibly productive, and it's always fun to bounce off other authors, and also for people to say, you might be taking that a little bit too seriously, give yourself a break, oh that sounds fun. Yeah, just to bounce off people, it's nice. I also revived my rewards tariff. For every 500 words I've written each day, I would give myself a gold star. Same for every 25 minutes worked on something else kind of author related. Note author, not streaming. I made that mistake in October and fell down a bit of a rabbit hole. But in total, I wrote 7,303 words. I did 1 hour of writing craft study from the book The Complete Comedy Writer by Dave Cohen. I did 50 minutes of revisions, 50 minutes of research, and 2 hours and 50 minutes of audiobook production. Not bad, since after my live stream on Monday, I became ill and took a week off to rest. So this only counts really for 3 weeks, plus living with chronic fatigue. That's honestly pretty good. All of the projects are progressing at about the same pace, which I'm pleased with. My morning habit was broken by having to wait an hour before eating breakfast because of an antibiotic, and then just having to twiddle my thumbs before eating, which kind of threw the whole be immediately productive vibe out the window. Now, I've heard that's a thing.
If anyone's ever seen The Healthy Gamer, Dr. K on YouTube, he said that the very start of the morning kind of dictates how the rest of the day is going to go in terms of pace. I felt that.
I got back to that though this morning, immediately got to work, after having had some breakfast. Thank you, blood pressure saving salt for pots. I've been using my own 15 and 30 minute timers for that, which has a chime at the start and end of each session. I use the silent ones when I'm working on audiobook production, and for versions of drafting or revisions, I use the ones with lo-fi. Then, during my live writing streams, I set a timer on the screen in the classic 25 minutes Pomodoro style, with lo-fi and chimes to signal the beginning and ends of sessions and rest. Usually I'll do 3 25-minute sessions, and then 5-minute breaks in between. In total, I earned 22 gold stars. According to my own rewards tariff, I unlock the right to buy myself a new book for every 10 stars I earn. So, 2 new books for me this month. And on that note, last but not least, I would like to take a moment to commemorate and remember the life of my Kindle, which sadly can no longer retain battery. I'm going to attempt a factory reset, but there are a lot of documents and PDFs that may be lost during the process. If this doesn't work, thank you for your service. You will be missed. Now it's time to read on my phone, laptop, and from my good old physical books again. How did your November go? Did you set any challenges? Let me know in the comments. My goal for December is to continue to turn up to work on my writing projects every morning, and for the live streams on a Monday. And I may be lurking in other people's live streams. Sometimes I say hello, sometimes I don't. Depends what I'm up to. And remember, any progress is better than no progress. Even if it seems you're not getting anywhere, eventually you will have a finished product. Bye!